Welcome to the Little League Softball Regionals, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. From Al Houghton Stadium in San Bernardino, California, it's the Northwest Region Final. Hermiston Little League representing Oregon, taking on Mill Creek Little League of Washington. The winner to Greenville, North Carolina, for the Little League Softball World Series. Well, this Northwest region began with 6 teams last weekend. It is down to 2. Oregon and Washington to head to the World Series. Great to have you with us on this final day for San Bernardino, along with Olympic medalist Danielle Laurie. I'm Mark Neely. This will be fun here on Friday. Great matchup between these two Northwest powers. Washington has not lost here. No, and they've been scoring a lot of runs. Let's not forget that. Yes, they've had the good pitching in the circle, but I think it comes down to them being able to step up in some moments and offensively produce. But on the flip side, they've had a player that has really shined in these types of moments. You look at Anya Miller, and you can't deny how well she's been throwing. But that game against Oregon was tight. It was close. They played Alaska. They ended up beating them 19-0, and then Idaho 12-2. So expect for this game to be completely different, especially with how they went up against Oregon game 1 in this tournament. And there's going to be a lot of pressure on this young lady. Pressure is a privilege, and that is why you play this game. She has been doing so well in this tournament on both sides of the ball. The numbers don't lie in the pitching piece, but she's been huge in the leadoff spot as well, has only given up those 2 earned runs. So expect for Anya Miller to be a huge piece of trying to help punch their ticket to the World Series. You mentioned the first meeting between these teams. It took place on day 1 on Saturday, that 2-0 win for Washington. But since then, Oregon's unbeaten 3-0. Yeah, and they played really close games. And I think when you're able to play those close games, it kind of gives you a little bit more confidence going into a game like today, where you only need 1 game to punch that ticket, right? So for them, they're able to rely on that piece. Yes, they lost to Washington, but their fight through the losers bracket to get back those 2 close games against Montana and Colorado. That Colorado game was so good. And then to defeat Idaho, I thought was the most impressive punch of them all heading into today, because they went down in this game early and they did not lose that fight. They continued to keep having that momentum and pouring that on, and that's what it's all about. It doesn't matter how you start, it matters how you finish. And this is an Oregon team that is hungry, coming from the losers bracket, going to carry over that momentum from that big Idaho win yesterday. And this is going to be a really exciting matchup with both these two teams who are the best in the Northwest region. Yeah, it should be a fun matchup, and it's for the Northwest region title. And the winner will head to Greenville, North Carolina, and the Little League Softball World Series. Oregon, Washington. Oh, buckle up. This will be a blast. First pitch straight ahead. The Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN are presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. You're watching the Little League Softball Regionals presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. About ready for the first pitch from San Bernardino and Al Houghton Stadium. Oregon and Washington in this Northwest region final. One of these teams will punch their ticket. These tickets have already been punched. You see the first 3 on the international side. Winterville, North Carolina in there locally. Florida and Connecticut are in. Connecticut with a no-hitter to clinch their berth with a no-hitter and a win over Maine. Go for Connecticut. We're ready to pick it up here in San Bernardino. So Oregon, the visiting team, they will come up first. You take a look at the lineup. They will bat 11. It's a continuous batting order, and it includes the pitcher, Jasleen Munoz, batting 6th. Yeah, it's going to be important here for Oregon, especially getting a hit first. I always think sometimes being the visitor is not a bad thing. Being able to instill maybe a little bit of fear into the pitcher, coming out hot, swinging at good pitches. Already having some history facing Anya Miller, Oregon. But Anya's going to be tough. She has been so good here in this region. Honestly, she's been just steady Eddie. She's been consistent, doesn't get too up, doesn't get too down, and has been able to keep hitters off balance with climbing the ladder a little bit with that rise ball. But it's that side-to-side movement, good command of that fastball, hitting good corners, especially when she's able to get a little wiggle room off the plate. So ready to roll from San Bernardino. As Oregon and Washington meet for the second and final time in this 2025 Northwest Regional. What a gorgeous day here in the Inland Empire, about an hour's drive east of Los Angeles. Justina J.J. Ramirez, the left fielder for Hermiston Little League of Oregon, in the batter's box. And we are ready to go. You can tell we have our plate umpire mic'd up, as well as the two managers for each team. Parker Shibuya is the plate umpire. He's mic'd up. J.J. Ramirez, a couple of hits in this regional.
1 ball to the batter. 2 balls, no strikes.
Well, I hope they go out and clarify exactly what that is. Manager Courtney Brown's going to come out. I'm wondering if it has something to do with her left foot when she lands potentially being outside of the pitcher's lane. But listen, there's no lines there, and usually when you're playing there's the line, so I'm wondering if it's her left foot that gets outside of the lane a little bit too far. It's the first time that we've seen that called on her. I don't love that.
Two 2-0 pitch is hit in the air to left field. Mila Bailey has a measure to make the catch. Pretty good stroke, though, by J.J. Ramirez to pretty deep left, but that's the first out, and that's the way the game begins.
And a good answer back, too, by Bailey and left to be able to step up and have Anya Miller's back. You know, you feel those illegal pitches sometimes as a pitcher, especially when it hasn't been called on you in this tournament. I know at times it's been issued as a warning, but...
First pitch swinging by Presley Welty and out to shortstop, and Reese Caskey is there and throws out Welty, and that's a quick second out here in the top of the first inning. Here's the shortstop, Reese Headley. Couple of hits, couple RBIs in this regional for Reese. First pitch off speed.
And Anya's thrown a good chunk of pitches so far. Has started all 3 games prior to this game kicking off. Had thrown 210 pitches. The fewest coming in that Alaska game with 50. And the most came against Idaho and 86 pitches. She's been efficient. 149 strikes, only 61 balls. So you know she is pumping strikes early and often.
She swings at a 2-0 pitch and fouls it. It'll twist back into the seats here.
Two balls, 1 strike.
Ground ball up the middle, base hit. The 2-1 pitch. Headley grounds through the middle. A 2-out single for Oregon.
Really good job by Reese Headley to be ready for that pitch. 2-1, perfect count. Step in the box with a plan and step up.
First pitch to Camila Mendoza's ball 1. Big fan of Mia Scott. Camila, a 12-year-old, pulls it foul.
Like the umpire's reminded himself of the count.
Yeah. Get a little behind the scenes. Ball's blooped towards left field near the line. It's going to drop foul. On ball and 2 strikes. Throughout base hit by Headley. Anya Miller only allowed one hit in that complete game win to Oregon last Saturday. Oregon has picked up their first hit here in the first inning with 2 outs. Popped up. It's going to twist back once again and leave play. And chased by Lily Delgado, the catcher.
And you also have to remember, facing a pitcher for the second time is a little bit different. So knowing they're probably going to make their adjustments as well. But that means as a pitcher, we have to always have a different game plan, be able to spread the zone a little bit.
Down to second base in time. Well, caught stealing of Headley, who had swiped a couple of bags in this regional. Well, Lily Delgado throws out Headley, and that retires the side.
A nice job by Delgado behind the plate from her knees. Caskey goes up and gets it, lays the tag down.
Welcome those of you that just watched Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma, with a 7-0 win over Louisiana to punch their ticket. This is the Northwest Region final, headed to the bottom of the first inning. Mark Neely along with former Washington National champ Daniel Laurie. And Oregon just finished the top half of the first. Washington coming up, so more tickets keep getting punched on the road to the Little League Softball World Series. So 3 U.S. teams, Florida, Connecticut already in, and now Oklahoma. So 3 U.S. tickets have been punched for Greenville, North Carolina, which begins on August 3rd. Let's get you caught up here in this Northwest Region final, and winner will punch their ticket to the Little League Softball World Series. The home team, Mill Creek, Washington, they are unbeaten in this regional, won all 3 games they played. And there's a look at their batting order, which includes their starting pitcher, Anya Miller, at the top of the order.
Anya's been good in that leadoff spot. Patient hitter. Molly Jo, Mojo. It's been good in the 2 spot. Can drop that bunt. Also has the power. As well as Daphne Carlson. I mean, she's a ton of pop. When you really look at their 1 through 6, they're all some good power.
Jansley Munoz in the circle for Oregon.
And I like it. I loved her confidence when we sat down and talked to these ladies. And she throws hard. She does. She's going to throw 55, 56, 57 miles an hour. She's a tall presence.
Three hits and 6 at-bats in this regional for Anya Miller. 4 RBIs. She's been very productive with the bat and in the circle. Without wave in the miss, she's in the hole, ball and 2 strikes.
Good spot. And this is where, as a hitter, too, when you have good velo, you want to just try to shorten up your swing. You don't need those big, long, lengthy swings against velo, 55 plus. To try to shorten up on something, especially with this field. I feel like we've seen a lot of balls hit in the dirt, using that to their advantage sometimes with the funny hops.
3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. The ball was tailing towards that outside corner, and a strikeout for Jansley Munoz to begin her afternoon.
Munoz, so good. Love to see it. You love that little extra bite away. That's velocity away. You can tell by the big swing and miss. Really good pitch.
Another left-handed bat at the top of the order for Washington. It's Molly Jo Sewell. Has been really strong in this regional. 4 for 6. A couple RBIs. Loves science, is her favorite subject in school. Enjoys chicken tacos. She enters the 8th grade in the not too distant future in Heatherwood Middle School. and a strike. These two teams played day one from San Bernardino. It was last Saturday, a 2-0 win for Washington. And a full count on Sewell. Grounded foul right between the wickets of the Washington manager, Courtney Brown, coaching third base.
This is the Washington team that did not face Munoz, so they are seeing her for the first time. She's started one game so far through 102 pitches.
Courtney Brown, who's an 11-year Little League volunteer and manager for Mill Creek Little League. Eighth pitch of this at-bat is down and away, ball 4, and Molly Jo Sewell able to work a one-out walk.
That's a really good at-bat by Molly Jo Sewell. Patient, works it to 3-2.
First pitch is a strike to Daphne Carlson, another hot hitter through the 3 games that Washington has played. She's gone 6 of 8. Fan of Olivia Rodrigo. Finds herself in the hole 0-2.
And I think, too, understanding when you step in the box against someone that moves quick, but she's in and around the zone, you want to set yourself up to swing early in the count, right? Like, I don't want to step into the box and let her get ahead of me and jump 0-2, and then all of a sudden she just feels like she's on top of me. I have to go in and step into the box, owning it and having that plan. And I think sometimes being able to swing a little earlier in the count, kind of allowing her to feel the heat of the swing.
Taking off, Sewell, throw down to second, the tag, out! And they'll throw a little in front of the bag and tailing to the first base side, but it worked out to be a perfect throw for Reese Headley, the shortstop, to put the tag on Sewell. Well, each team has a runner caught stealing in the first inning.
So good. Priscilla Munoz behind the plate on the money. Reese Headley picks this up, goes across, able to lay the tag. So good. That's what it's all about. Yeah, I mean, someone's winning and someone losing this game when someone's going to the World Series. So being able to step up and make those types of plays in moments is so important, because you know defense is really kind of the key factor when you think about a game like today. The team that's going to play the cleanest defense, I think, is going to come out on top.
Carlson slow roll to third. Camila Mendoza up with it, and that'll take care of Mill Creek Little League of Washington in the first. Each team had a first inning base runner. Each team had that runner caught stealing. And we played one. Scores. Nicely done on the side. No scores. We go to the top of the second. This Northwest Region final winner to the Little League Softball World Series in North Carolina. Introduce some of you to Anya Miller, the starting pitcher and leadoff hitter for Washington today.
Yeah, in 12 innings pitched, she has thrown a lot, made an appearance in every single game. It's only given up those 2 earned runs. Is that long, lengthy motion, and at times a little deceptive too. When she steps out, sometimes she goes a little to the left, but can freeze those right-handed hitters on the inner half. Also has that changeup. Have not seen her throw the rise ball nearly as much, and that pitch was very effective for her first time playing Oregon. And whether or not that's intentional, right, I would look at it as that's a pitch that I'm going to hold until I feel like I need to bring that pitch out against these hitters, maybe that second time through the lineup.
That's ripped towards center field. It's sinking and caught at the shoe tops by Molly Jo Sewell in center. The ball hit well with topspin. It looked like it may drop, but Sewell closed the gap and made a nice play.
I mean, this is clutch, right? Talk about inches just in time. It seemed like it might have even got a little bit of the grass on the bounce.
Tough to tell watching it just there one time if it hit the basket of the glove and kind of bounced in, or if it was grass. So let's take a different angle look. That's about as close as you can get.
I know.
Yeah.
I feel like if you challenge it, there has to be enough to really like overturn that call.
If they had challenged it, there might have been enough to overturn that, but I can't say with 100% certainty. But wow, that's as close as it gets. What a huge out to start the Oregon second inning. Aranya Miller, Reese Levy. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Reese Levy, a 13-year-old, going into 8th grade. Oman Larvie School, middle school. Hits it towards short. A bouncer scooped Caskey. Good play, Reese Caskey. That ball was sinking quick. Caskey got a little bit of an in-between out and played it well, and throws out Reese Levy. 2 gone.
It's a really good play by Reese Caskey.
So Miller will face her counterpart, the starting pitcher, Jasleen Munoz, for Oregon. Starting her with the first pitch changeup. You know, we've seen Munoz, who works very quickly in the circle.
She does, yes.
He puts that in play to left field. Bailey comes in. Mila can't come up with it on the fly. Is able to recover quickly and fire it to second base. But Munoz is on with 2 outs. It's a base hit for Munoz. Her 4th of the regional.
And a good effort by Mila Bailey. Just not able to glove this up, but you love the effort.
A 2-out base runner once again for Oregon here in the second. All one inside to Avery Warner. Left-handed hitting first baseman for Hermiston Little League of Oregon. Joyce hoops and Cooper flag. It's the count in her favor at 2 balls and no strikes.
That's a good spot.
She's right back in it now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Miller, with that base hit by Munoz, has allowed 2 hits in this game, which is 1 more than she allowed in 6 innings to Oregon back on Saturday. Full count, 2 outs. That's going to let Munoz get a quick start off of first base. Twisting back, may stay in play, and a great effort, a sliding attempt by Delgado right near the screen. Do another 3-2 pitch, 7th pitch of the at-bat. And into her hit the runner, and she's out, and the inning is over. That was going to be a base hit into right field. And with the weird scoring rules in baseball and softball, that is a hit, but the out of the base runner ends the inning.
Well, sometimes it's just unfortunate as a hitter or runner, you need to try to get out of the way, but didn't happen there.
You can find Little League on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. The official handles at Little League. And don't forget to use hashtag LLWS. I'm sure some folks here at the ballpark in Sandburn, maybe not that young man, a little too young to have a phone.
Look at little Lance Gann, a brother of Penelope Gann.
His sister, by the way, is coming up second in this inning. Louis Delgado leading off.
That took
the umpire in the mask.
Right off the mask. It didn't even. Hopefully he's okay.
As you can tell, we have the plate umpire mic'd up. That's Patrick Shibuya. Now he calls the strike, 1-2.
So good. Look at that pitch by Munoz. Cruising with a good velo and then command. This is just straight off the mask and the shoulder.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout for Munoz.
Straight cheddar here, Mark. It's almost like the secret weapon right now is Munoz. I feel like Washington hasn't seen that type of velo in this tournament. It's really the first time they're seeing 57, 58 miles an hour, and it definitely takes a little getting used to. I think he got hit again in the mask.
Off the bat of Penelope Gann. He has 4 hits and 6 at-bats in this regional. No 2 count on Gann, whose nickname, by the way, is Pip. Chops it towards first. Fair ball right near the bag. Avery Warner grabs it and steps on the base. 3 unassisted. Well, we're in the bottom of the second of the Northwest Region Championship game from San Bernardino, California. Winner advances to the Little League Softball World Series, which gets underway soon, August 3rd. Will it be Oregon or will it be Washington representing the Northwest Region in the U.S. side? Bunted by Brown. Cam Brown, and it's past Mendoza, and as soon as it got by the third baseman, no chance to get Cam Brown, who has a bunt base hit, and her 3rd hit of the regional.
Love the smile on Cam Brown's face after the sneaky bunt, almost like kind of a push bunt mentality. And like you said, Mark, once it's past third base, shortstop's back. That's a base hit all day.
2-out base runner for Reese Caskey, the shortstop. Each team has a Reese at shortstop. You got Reese Headley, the shortstop for Oregon. Reese Caskey, shortstop for Washington. She squares and takes the ball.
And sometimes when you are facing a pitcher, number one, that works fast, and number two, that is mowing you down, you need to break up the rhythm, whatever that is, whether that is trying to go a little bit to this bunt game, forcing the defense to make plays.
And they make the play there. That time, Mendoza picked it up bare hand and fired a strike to retire Caskey and sent down Mill Creek Little League to end the second. We have finished 2 scoreless innings in San Bernardino. Welcome back to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Northwest Region Final, Oregon and Washington on this sunny Friday. Somebody's going to punch their ticket to the Little League Softball World Series, which starts on August 3rd. We're scoreless into the top of the 3rd inning. A first pitch strike from Anya Miller to Kenna Zimmerman.
Two quick strikes by Anya Miller, starting her with something away and then coming back underneath the hands.
Zimmerman, a fan of the Bruins, was a big Maya Brady fan. Pops it up to third base, coming in. Little basket catch made there by Daphne Carlson. One out here in the Oregon 3rd inning. We've seen one real good pitcher's duel so far here in San Bernardino. And it was on the other side with the West region, which also plays here, between Arizona and Northern California, a 1-0 game. So starting to kind of get that same type of feel.
Little Kenzie Scott, who we'll see tonight in the nightcap, and Charlotte Dudek for Northern California. That was a really good pitcher's duel. Love me one of those.
Arizona playing Southern California in the West region final later from here. Oh, 2 count on Rue Welker.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Welker battling. Rue, whose actual first name is Emilise, goes by the nickname of Rue. Only 2 strikes on Welker. On 2 left-handed bats in the Oregon lineup, but takes strike 3 on that high outside corner. And Miller gets her first strikeouts of the afternoon. Hey, you want your child to experience the teamwork and fun of Little League Baseball or softball? You can visit playlittleleague.org. Enter your address and find a Little League community program near you. Two outs for the catcher for Oregon, Priscilla Munoz. You know, we didn't really mention the fact that we have a all-sister battery for Oregon. You got
I was just thinking that.
Priscilla Munoz, the catcher, who's catching her sister, Jasleen Munoz. Priscilla's 11.
Just the
younger sister.
2 pressure-filled positions on the field.
A lot on the Munoz plate today as a family. Hanging in, fouls a good 1-2 pitch off.
Well, and sometimes, Mark, too, facing a team for the second time is more at times a mental battle than anything for a pitcher, because you know they're going to put up at times better at bats than they did the first time because they've seen you. So at times it comes down to being able to be as present as you can every single pitch, even when you're on the 6th and the 7th and the 8th pitch of an at-bat.
Puts that into play into right field, but Penelope Gann trots in to make the catch. Side retired as Anya Miller sets him down in order. Washington coming up in the bottom of the 3rd when we come back.
The epicenter of Little League softball, Greenville, North Carolina.
Girls have earned the right to be expressive and show their personalities.
The talent level has been elevated to a place that I've not seen maybe ever.
Pitt County Little League, from unfinished business to standing on business.
You know, the spotlight on the Little League Softball World Series just continues to grow and grow, and now here we are in 2025. Can't wait to see it. It starts on August 3rd. One of these 2 teams will be there. This Northwest Region final, Oregon and Washington. Got to get Lance a drink.
You didn't want that.
A different drink. Al Houghton Stadium in San Bernardino. 3 total hits in the game, 2 for Oregon. Anna Yu leading off Mill Creek Little League of Washington. He likes the Dodgers and Shohei Ohtani. That's one foul into the screen. Anna said she'd like to meet Monica Abbott. Monica's working.
Do you remember why she said she loved her motion?
Pitching motion, correct.
She did.
I did write that down.
It's a good spot by Munoz.
Don't blink. Jasline's going to be bringing another pitch, as she does right here. He gets a strikeout, her third of the game, and she is in a rhythm to start this one.
Yeah, she's throwing hard. She's cruising right now.
Professional softball returning to Greenville, North Carolina for the 2025 AUSL Pro Games presented by Dick's Sporting Goods, taking place on Wednesday, August 6th. Learn more at littleleague.org/athletesunlimited. Ashley Munoz has led off with a strikeout every inning that Washington has come up. Gotten you, and now Banks finds the count at 2 balls and no strikes.
That's a good hold by Phoebe Banks to be able to pull back on the bunt there.
We had a great conversation with Phoebe Banks the other day. He told us she was born to be a mermaid.
They were a really fun group to talk to. Munoz's swagger, I could tell she had it just from even chatting with her. She's had this confidence about herself, and you dig it, because when you're a pitcher, I mean, if you don't believe in yourself more than anyone else, it just ain't gonna work. And you could tell that she had that about herself, and I loved it.
1 out walk, so Phoebe Banks is on for McKenna Love. Neither of these teams has successfully gotten a base runner down to second yet. Each has had a runner caught stealing. So we're getting towards the middle stages of this game, and that pitch ran in and hit her, and McKenna will just politely discard the bat, shake her hand as she heads up the baseline, and take her base. So what I was just saying about neither team not having a runner reach second has just ended. 2 on.
Yeah, this one gets her right on the hand as she pulls back on almost look like it's the knuckles. Oof. Does not feel good. And I'm wondering if...
Yeah, John Levy, the manager for Oregon, was talking to the plate umpire.
If she throws a couple strikes, then we'll get in the back of the box and then we'll swing. But let's just do this for right now, okay? Go down at the bottom of the order. Push and go right after them. They're trying to make something happen here, okay? So ignore it, right? And they do enough, you're going to get used to it anyways, okay? But, what's that? Yeah, hey, get the lead runner if you can, but we got 1 out, okay? So we're at the bottom here. We're going to challenge them. They're going to challenge us here. They're going to try and do some stuff like this to make it happen. And we're not going to let them get to it, okay? Let's go right after them. If they get a bunt down, we'll go, okay? Huh? Let's go 1 on a bunt. Thank you.
Yo, I love those. I do. I look forward to going and hearing what the manager is going to go out there and say, and I love it. He's straight up like, they're not going to hit you, and they know that. I think it's instilling this level of confidence in your pitcher, even though there's action and they're trying to kind of get in your dome a little bit when they're going for the bunt. Just to be able to have that interaction, like, hey, they're not going to hit you, I think is so key in that moment. Try to settle her down to go right back to shooting and getting ahead of hitters, because it is worth mentioning when you get to the bottom of the lineup, sometimes it gives you that confidence as a pitcher, knowing I got 1 down, we're at the bottom half.
Runner heads for third, and the throw is there by a mile, and an out there. The trailing runner, Love, does take second base. Well, Washington gambling there, and Priscilla Munoz, the catcher, she snipped that out and quickly got it to Mendoza, and it really wasn't even close at third base.
Well, and I'm not sure I love this with the 2-1 count. I love the execution on defense by Oregon. I don't know if I like that for Mill Creek. I know they're trying to make stuff happen, but...
Now it's just Love at second with 2 outs. 2-2 count on Caitlin Stedich. Caitlin, who didn't play in the game on Wednesday against Idaho, was a late scratch. Back in the lineup, so Washington hitting all 12 players once again on their roster.
Gosh, do you sneak a little change piece in here, Mark?
I'm always a fan of good change piece.
I mean, 3-2 count. There's no way Caitlin Stedich is going to be expecting that pitch. We've seen her throw it a couple times throughout the game. It's a great pitch.
Firm down and in, and issues a walk, second of the inning. So Mill Creek Little League of Washington back with 2 runners aboard with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Well, and a big out at 3rd when you think about it.
Huge.
It should be a bases loaded situation if they don't do that. But now you have the bottom of the lineup, Emila Bailey, who is good to turn that lineup over. She's scrappy.
Once in the air and caught. Priscilla Munoz. Wow, what a play from the young catcher to end the inning. Little sis helping out big sis.
I love just the confidence behind the dish. Like you said, little sis, show them what's up.
Well, it's a 6-inning game unless you go to extra innings in softball, so we're halfway through, and there's the line on each starter, both pitching big in a big game.
I love me a good old-fashioned pitcher's duel, and I think it really kind of brings out this different fire for you personally when you're in the circle, right? I'm looking across and I'm going, gosh, she ain't going to beat me. And you know it's a close game. The pressure that comes with being that pitcher in the moment, there's a lot. So the emotions you ride, but I think sometimes the competitive advantage in the moments are having that mentality of like, that pitcher is not beating me, because it is you versus her.
No balls, 2 strikes. And on a speed pitch to Reagan Levy, who's batting 11th in the 11-person batting order for Oregon. It's a good swing and hits another one hard but foul.
And I'd be curious too, the second time maybe through the lineup here, if Anya Miller climbs the ladder a little bit, might throw a little bit more rise balls. Haven't seen her throw that maybe as much as she did the first time that she faced Oregon, game 1.
Just got a piece of that right off the end of the bat. Reagan Levy goes by Ray. Reads. Wave and a miss and a strikeout. Second for Anya Miller.
Good command of this pitch on the outside part of the plate with a little bit of upspin. And battling. Bottom half of the lineup has been seeing a good chunk of pitches. Just kind of gives a little bit more confidence to the top half of the lineup. But being that opposing pitcher, it's just like I said, it can be that mental battle facing a team for the second time. Continuing to be on every single pitch.
Back to the top of the batting order for Oregon. And that one ran in just enough that it's pulled foul. And J.J. Ramirez flied out to left field. We begin the game in the top of the 1st. Manager John Levy is also the first base coach for Oregon. He had a quick word with the plate umpire there after that first pitch to Ramirez. And they're ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball towards short, gobbled up. Caskey, good play. Reese Caskey, her second one of the game like that. Out number 2. Now this week's Sunday Night Baseball matchup, the series finale at Oracle Park in San Francisco. Pete Alonso, Juan Soto, and the Mets against the Giants, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and ESPN Radio with another StatCast edition on ESPN2. All the coverage begins 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific with baseball tonight. Sunday night countdown. Two outs, bases empty for the two-hole hitter for Oregon. Darcy Welty.
And just to kind of go back to that last play by Reese Caskey, kind of scooting up the middle a little bit. That's a really good play. Like I said, this infield plays hard, and we've seen a lot of different things happen in the infield when the ball goes in play, but seems routine of a play to make, but at times we haven't seen that. So I think the defense is something I'm looking at for both sides right now that is so important to be able to have your pitchers back, especially when they're throwing well.
There's a strike on 3-0. You know, being here for the Northwest and the West regions, Danielle, we have seen teams where they've had the pitching and have had the hitting, but some defensive breakdowns have cost teams a number of games.
Well, I know we say this a lot at the college level, right? Defense wins championships, because it's the truth. When you're able to play good, clean defense behind a pitcher that's cruising well and you can get a run or two, good things are going to happen. It's when you give up those free passes or some stuff happens a little bit because you're making those little mistakes. But you've seen both these teams really show up today defensively.
And it's a string of 5 in a row set down by Anya Miller. She gives Welty a 2-out free pass. Yeah, I don't think it's any coincidence that's, you know, arguably this the two best defensive teams as well in this Northwest region.
Yeah, I'd agree with you.
2-out chance for Reese Headley, the Oregon shortstop. Got a base hit her first time up. Starting her off speed and a pickoff attempt by Lily Delgado down to first base.
On a really good pitch, too, by Anya Miller. You could just tell the way that Headley's body started to move. She was definitely off balance on that pitch.
These teams played a tight game to start the Northwest region last Saturday. 2-0 Washington. And scoreless in the top of the fourth here in this Northwest region championship game.
Well, it kind of feels like that second time through the lineup, starting up top for both these teams, is the most important, right?
Yes.
Like getting another look at each other's pitchers and trying to score, because this has been such a quick inning game that it feels like the time is now, with not a lot of outs left, with it only being 6 innings that you play. You may not get back to the top of the lineup again. So
that's exactly what I was going to say. The top of the order better do it, because they may not come up a third time.
Mm-hmm.
Upstairs, full count. So Miller's gone deep in the count again, this time to Headley. Her third full count. Looking playable in foul territory, and the catcher gets to it. Delgado, she was nearing that angled fence that protects the dugout and hung with it, and there's more great defense right there on a foul pop-up to end the inning.
That's back-to-back innings that we've seen the catchers have the pitchers back. Lily Delgado pops up out of the squat, makes the big catch. Washington gets out of the inning.
Well, here at Al Houghton Stadium in San Bernardino, which is also the home of the West region and the championship game of the West between Arizona and Southern California, is coming up from this very field. 8:45 Eastern time tonight, 5:45 Pacific. Also here on ESPN. And Kenzie Scott of Arizona, I'm sure will get the start. She's been arguably the best arm we've seen all weekend.
Yeah, and she has been one of my favorites to watch. She has just this level of confidence and energy that she brings and she exudes. I mean, 19 strikeouts she's had in her 3 appearances. She really is electric, and look for her to try to lead the charge to try to get them to the World Series.
The bottom of the fourth, Washington comes up with the top of the order up. Anya Miller takes in the dirt ball 1. Catcher Munoz has to go the screen to get that.
And you could arguably say the same thing right now for Washington, getting the opportunity to start at the top of the lineup. Seems like now is the time. May not get another opportunity to face Munoz.
1 ball, 1 strike. Miller, who struck out her first time. Bunted out towards the pitcher. Scooped up. Throw by Munoz. Safe. Miller beat it out. The reach there by Warner, the first baseman, didn't field it cleanly on the throw as a result also. But Miller is on, and the leadoff batter reaches for the second consecutive inning for Washington.
What a good job. I mean, Anya Miller is quick in the leadoff spot, and they're just not able to field this cleanly. That's really what it comes down to. Warner, the ball pops out of her mitt, and you're putting that extra element of pressure as the game continues to go on. You feel it. Donuts up on the board. Every inning feels more pressure filled because you don't have as much time. So forcing the defense to have to step up and make plays under pressure, to me, is going to be so key for both of these teams as they continue on here.
If Warner had been able to complete that catch, they had Miller. Yeah. Sewell walked, first plate appearance back in the first, was caught stealing. Leadoff batter aboard here in the bottom of the fourth for Washington, this Northwest Region Championship game. Little tap, that's a fair ball. Mendoza grabs, fires, got her. Mendoza was playing in at third base. A little swinging type bunt. It does advance Miller down to second base, so a productive out for Sewell.
I think I've seen 3 or 4 swinging bunts unintentionally. Not bad, just as good as a sacrifice, but they're actually sending Molly Jo Sewell back to first base here.
Good job.
They're going to go to a challenge. And we will
what did we miss here?
We will find out what that is. And wondering if it was just a bang bang, like, are they looking to see if she was actually safe instead of out?
The moments go by so quickly, but I don't remember in real time thinking that it was
close.
Yes.
She's definitely out, but it's close. Obviously, when the camera is slow-mo, it doesn't look close.
Well, you're in the fourth inning for Washington. If you're Courtney Brown, the manager, you have 2 challenges. Is he just kind of rolling the dice here? Because even if he's unsuccessful, he'll have a challenge left, and he'll still have a runner at second with 1 out.
Well, maybe a little bit of ice the pitcher mentality here.
I mean, that could be the case too. No little sports psychology going on. Yeah, they confirm the call on the field as out. Well, first base umpire David Burt, who made the call, right on top of that. First pitch swing and rolled out to second base, and Welty throws out Kelson. Wide turn there at third by Miller, who was just daring Warner to throw over there.
This is when Priscilla Munoz behind the dish has to be an absolute rock with how far the backstop is.
No flare towards the dugout is foul. Lily Delgado, the hitter for Washington. Now you see the catcher, Priscilla Munoz, who will look at her glove just before she squats down. She's getting the pitch electronically from her manager in the dugout. They use the route system. They're the only ones that are using the electric system like this to call pitches.
Well, and I like that it's just the catcher, that it's not on everyone. The pitcher doesn't have to look down at her wrist. She's looking for the sign, and she goes from there. Calls everything on his iPad through the system. Every pitcher's in there.
Tell you what, Priscilla Munoz is a young player, but she gets that call quickly and gets it, in this instance, to her sister, the pitcher. And she's bringing it. So it's an efficient system for them. A little bit low, and that's ball 4 and a walk to Delgado. It is the 4th walk that Jaslyn Munoz has allowed, and runners are at the corners with 2 outs. Penelope Gann coming up for Washington. Penelope rolled out to first, her first time up. There goes the trailing runner, and they're not going to worry about Delgado. They'll give her second base.
Oh, I know you feel the same, so let them know.
Let's not hold that against Penelope Gann. She does make other better decisions in her life. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, that's great.
No, my partner's still a legend in so many ways. She doesn't give me a chair for the booth. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's my own personal choice.
Yeah, I actually know the Gann family really well. She has 3 siblings. I've coached Pip over her career playing. She's been a great kid to be around.
Bounced out to second. Presley Welty from a knee up and throws her out. And the Oregon pitching and defense holds. And Washington strands a pair. It's still a scoreless game through 4. The Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN are presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. And in part by Choice Hotels. Get more for your money so you can maximize any vacation.
Matt Schick, Haley McClenny in studio. Indiana. Floyd's not Little League going back to the World Series for the first time in 8 years.
It was big game Briley all day long for this Indiana team. Getting it done. Celebration is on.
Three of the 4 region champs have gone through the losers bracket, Alex Powers. Delaware looking to do the same.
Camille Logan has been one of the best hitters for this Delaware team, hitting over 500 in the regional, but they're going to have to take on a really good Pennsylvania team with Reagan Bills in the circle.
Mid-Atlantic Region Championships, 7 o'clock Eastern when we're done here. Mark?
Haley, Maddie, thanks very much. We're in the top of the 5th here in this Northwest Region Championship from San Bernardino. Scoreless, Oregon and Washington. This belted to left on a line and over the head of Bailey. All the way to the fence. Mendoza's off to the races. She's going to be into third base. Well, this big field, 225 on the outfield from foul pole to foul pole. And if it gets over an outfielder's head or skips by them.
Man, she crushed this mark. And sometimes these are the hardest as an outfielder to gauge where they're at, because when they come right at you, but she turns on the wheels. Leadoff triple, that has to fire you up if you're Oregon right now.
A leadoff triple for Mendoza. Reese Levy's up. We're in the top of the 5th, 6th inning game. Scoreless. With the winning team headed to the Little League Softball World Series. Camila Mendoza, her second extra base hit of this regional. A little flare towards short. Kind of battling the sun is Reese Caskey, and makes the catch, and a big first out for the Washington defense. Well, if you want to see some girls with game, tune into yet another exciting summer of softball and visit littleleaguesoftball.org for great content, information about starting a softball league, and a whole lot more. Here's the pitcher, Jaslyn Munoz. Squares. A little safety squeeze. That's the runner at third. Mendoza was making sure if that was going to get down in fair territory.
Well, I was thinking kind of the same thing with Cam Brown being back even with the bag, and Daphne Carlson a little bit in, but you have to score that run at third base. That's the mission. That's the goal. You can't strike out. You want to try to hit something to the right side with the ground ball go. Sack fly.
Yeah, she singled to left last time up, Munoz. And hammers one over the shortstop, Kasky, into left. And on an 0-2 pitch, the Oregon pitcher, Jasleen Munoz, has given Oregon the lead.
And it's just fitting for the pitcher to be able to step up in a moment. 0-2, she goes and gets this pitch, maybe a little bit too close, 0-2, but so good in that moment, under pressure, being able to step up, knowing the importance of trying to score here. Munoz has been so fun to watch this game.
Just the third run that Anya Miller has allowed. 15+ innings pitched. Strike one on the foul ball off the bat of Avery Warner. So the leadoff triple by Camila Mendoza. One out at 0-2. Base hit to left for Munoz. Warner. So he hit the ground ball to the right side first time up to hit the runner, Munoz, that ended the second inning. Jammed her, slow roller right side. They got to cover first. Was there in time? No. Well, Brown left the bag. Kind of got caught in no man's land when the second baseman Love fielded it. Carmen tried to get back quickly, but not in time, and Warner beats it in a base hit.
Well, and this just comes down to the communication piece between McKenna Love and Cam Brown. Who's yelling louder? And if Cam's getting off the base, McKenna Love needs to yell to get back. It's really what it kind of comes down to. Sometimes first base, you can leave the position a little bit too far off and be left in no man's land.
Relax, girls. We're cool. We're going to get runs. You okay? Okay. Did you beat her, though?
Yes.
Okay. Hey. There should be 2 out. Hey. We're good. We're good. Keep on throwing hard. You guys are doing great. Hey, get your hands up.
Yeah, we're good.
Hey, we're good. We're good. Okay? Yeah, it's a long run. Who cares? You have to score 1 run to win anyways, right? Okay? We're fine. Keep on spinning it. Keep on spinning it. What feels good right now for you? Inside the righties? Okay. Okay. Yeah. So we get a runner here. Runner will be on second. Okay. Make sure we look her back, and get 1 here. Okay. We have 1 out. We got 1 out. We're good, you guys. We're so good. We're so good. We're so good. Yeah. We want to keep this game close. We're doing perfect. We're doing perfect. We're doing perfect. Yeah. Yes. 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 Yeah. We're fine. We're fine. Okay. Hey.
And they have challenged it, but she beat it. They looked at it. And the call stands of safe. So Washington has used their second challenge, lost both, so they don't have any available unless this game were to go into extra innings. It's 2 on, 1 out, a run in. McKenna Zimmerman, the batter for Oregon. Zimmerman with a pop out to the left side in her first at bat. Takes a strike for Miller, and it's 0-2.
Well, and that's the pitch. She said that she's the most confident to throw right now. And the manager, Courtney Brown, went out. What's feeling good? What do you want to throw? She said, I want to throw inside to the righties. They are crowding and getting on the dish, but doesn't stop Anya Miller from still wanting to go in and attack.
Oh, bounced up there. Delgado deflects it to the right, but both runners able to advance another 60 feet, and they're at second and third. to third on a line, caught. Daphne Carlson immediately was thinking, trying to double up the runner at third, but Munoz was paying attention and got back. And Washington picks up the second out of the inning.
A good job by Daphne Carlson, thinking next play right away as soon as she gets it.
Center fielder Rue Walker, the hitter for Hermiston Little League of Oregon. Towards short. Tough hop for Caskey into center, and 2-run score. Welker heading for second. She's in. A hot shot, short hop. And Rue Welker makes it 3-0.
And this was a hot shot hit at Reese Caskey, and it kind of like jumped up at her and skips by. A couple more runs, big insurance runs when you think about it, Mark, for Oregon. You see the excitement.
Well, they score an error, but I'm with you. I mean, at this level, that's not a routine play, as hard as that was hit in the hop. But for Oregon, it does the job regardless. They had 2 more. They have scored 3 times here in the 5th. After we were scoreless through the first 4 innings. Catcher Priscilla Munoz.
I think they're going to be making a pitching change here. Obviously seeing Anya for the second time. She's made an appearance in every game.
Let's keep fighting. I'm proud of you. Guys, we're straight. I promise. I promise. We are so good. You're so good. We are so good. Yes, keep it close. I promise. I promise. We're good. We're good. You're going to go short. You're going to move over to second, okay? Hey, we got it. We got it. We got it. You got to take your time, kiddo.
So the pitching change as they'll bring in Cameron Brown. We'll take a quick timeout. Well, after we're finished with this Northwest Region Championship, a little bit later, we have the West Region title game coming up at 8:45 Eastern Time, 5:45 Pacific here on ESPN between Arizona and Southern California. So a lot more softball ahead here from San Bernardino. This game, scoreless through 4. Oregon has just broken through with 3 runs, still batting, and Cameron Brown takes over in the circle for Washington.
Yeah, and we've seen that happen in this region. Cam has been able to come in and relieve. She's definitely a different look than Anya Miller, who's a little bit more up spin. Cam is primarily down, and the goal coming in, you heard the manager, Courtney Brown, say, like, hey, you need to get an out. They have to stop the damage here. You don't want any more runs to go up with only 6 outs left to try to get back in this ball game.
2 balls and no strikes. Rue Welker is at second with 2 outs, 3 runs in. It all began with a Camila Mendoza triple to left field to start this top of the 5th inning. Priscilla Munoz, the catcher, catching her older sister Jasleen in the circle today. Priscilla's 11 years old, one of the younger players on the roster. When we were chatting with her the other day, she showed us she broke her left forearm in 2 places. And was kind enough to show her the scars that were still there. Yeah.
She said she knew right away it was broken. The slide was coming in home, landed on her arm.
She takes a strike. I believe she told us that occurred right at the end of last season. So it's not an injury from this year. But the marks left behind from the surgery is still there. 2 outs, full count. Brown's going to bring a 3-2 pitch to Priscilla Munoz. All 4. Right now, Washington just trying to find a way to get out of this top of the 5th inning. Just the 3 runs across at this point. Well, with 2 outs, Little League Softball, you're allowed a courtesy run for your pitcher and or your catcher. In this instance, it's the catcher, Munoz. So the run for her at first base. And Zimmerman, who made the last out.
Good spot.
Wave and a miss.
Good spot, 0-2.
Three runs, 5 hits now for Oregon in the game. No runs, 2 hits for Washington. Reagan Levy fouls it and stays a ball and 2 strikes. The first time these teams met last Saturday, 2-0 Washington, the final. Andrew Miller threw the complete game 1 hit shutout. Oregon had not scored on her in 10 innings coming into this top of the 5th inning. They have broken through with 3 so far. Popped up right side. Penelope Gann came in from right field to take first base when Brown went to the circle, and she makes the catch in foul territory. But Oregon scores 3. Washington bats home half of the 5th. Welcome back to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Friday afternoon, the Inland Empire in Southern California. 3-0 Oregon leading, trying to punch their ticket to the Little League Softball World Series in this Northwest Region final. Tickets that have already been punched. 5 so far on the U.S. side. Floyd's Knobs, Indiana, the most recent. The Little League Softball World Series begins August 3rd, right around the corner. Now suddenly this becomes a huge half inning offensively for Washington. Try to respond on some level, Danielle, after the 3 spot in the top of the inning.
I agree. I think the time is now. Trying to find a way to get something going. I especially with at times how quickly Jaslyn Munoz works. Not allowing her to kind of pressure you. Maybe taking a little bit more time. And on the flip side, if you're Munoz, I mean, keep rolling. She hit in that big ribby. She's been pitching well. She's clearly confident in the circle right now. She's cruising.
Gets that one past Cameron Brown. 2 balls and a strike on Cam, who reached on a bunt base hit first time up. One of the 2 hits for Washington. And there's a leadoff walk, a 5-pitch walk. Oh, wait.
No.
It is not. As soon as she dropped the bat and was running, I bit along with you. Or with Cam. That's popped up foul and does drop untouched right near the entrance to the dugout. The way Cam just kind of sprinted towards first base.
Well, I mean, the pitch was elevated, though. That's a pitch he hasn't normally been calling.
And that's it, play right side and to her left, caught by Presley Welty. So the end of the bat results in a pop out to second. Well, game one of the first ever best of 3 AUSL Championship Series is tomorrow, Saturday, 3 Eastern here on ESPN. Road Stadium in Tuscaloosa. The Bandits taking on the Talons best of 3, game 1 tomorrow. First pitch swing, and Reese Caskey punches one through the right side. And there's the third hit of the game for Washington. A 1-out 5th inning single.
Well, and this is really interesting because Presley Welty at second base was pulled all the way in. If she was playing a regular second base, she would have been able to make this play. But because she was pinched a little bit more towards the pitcher, Caskey got a little juice on it, get it out of the infield.
Anna Yu comes up, looks at a strike on the outside corner.
And Presley Welty, just take a peek at where she's at, right? Like, if she's at a regular second base, I think she makes that play.
Jasly Munoz comes right back and quickly gets ahead. No balls, 2 strikes. Good block by her sister Priscilla.
Switch it up, please. Switch it up. Thank you very much.
Oregon pitcher Jasly Munoz. Brings another one to Yu, and it's another foul off the bat of Anna Yu.
Switch it up, please. Switch it up. Thank you.
A 3-run top half of this 5th inning for Oregon snapped a scoreless tie. Little floater out behind the second baseman. It drops in. Force out at second. Racing down there is Caskey. And you got just enough of it to get it over the head of the second baseman, Presley Welty, and into right field for a hit.
That's a really good job and good at bat by Anna Yu. Honestly, she battled foul ball after foul ball after foul ball and then is able to get on time with the change piece, drops it right in the grass.
I heard the manager of Washington, Courtney Brown, from his third base coaching box, talking to Phoebe Banks, who's coming up to the plate here. Phoebe walked in her first plate appearance.
Good spot. Sometimes it just takes a good pitch to kind of get you back in it. Good corner, fastball on the outside part of the plate.
Now Munoz, Priscilla Munoz, the catcher, blocked that up the third base line. Kept that lead runner Caskey from second, thinking about taking third. Slow tap, third baseman there, Mendoza. Wide throw, but the tag made. Warner makes the tag. A wide turn at third by Reese Caskey of Washington, but she holds up there. Another runner advances as well. Yu down to second with 2 outs.
Well, and a really good job by Avery Warner to stay on with this, to know you have to put the tag down because the throw is taking you off base.
Big spot here for Washington with 2 in scoring position, 2 outs. McKenna Love hit by pitch, first plate appearance a couple innings ago.
A straight cheddar. I'm going to go right back to that. I'm not going to change speeds here. I'm going to go with the heat. It's back-to-back pitches.
You can do it. This is the ball. It's okay. It's okay. You can do it. Hey. You can do it. Don't chase up. Hey. Look down. Look down. Look down. That's your run was hitting, Courtney. Come on. 2 strikes. Hey.
Puts it in play. A chopper towards third. That's fielded. High throw. Safe. A run scores. Well, Mendoza to her left came up with it a little off balance. The high throw, and Washington gets a run. The inning continues. And after that pep talk, McKenna Love put the ball in play, and good things happen for Washington.
Well, and has a lot of speed. And this takes her off. She hits the right part of the base. All the things. A lot of fight up the baseline for McKenna Love. Especially after emotional conversation with the coach, right? Like, there's a lot of pressure in this game, and you feel it as an athlete, especially as the outs are going down. You feel it when you're in the box. You feel it. And those 2 back-to-back strikes for McKenna Love, you could tell she needed a second to check in with the coach, and then was able to make something happen.
She's going to take off for second, don't throw, so McKenna swipes second. Yeah, you could tell McKenna was emotional there, and really nice coaching by Courtney Brown, the manager of Washington, to give her a moment. She responded, put the ball in play, and made something happen, made him try to make a play.
Well, and this is why sports are great. It's because you get to experience the emotions you feel in moments. Even when you feel scared, you continue to fight through it, and you keep going, and you get this different level of confidence in yourself.
Caitlin Stedich walked a couple innings ago, her only prior plate appearance today. 2-2 count, 2 on, 2 outs. Strike 3 call to win the inning. Washington strands the potential tying runs in scoring position, but do get on the board against Jasleen Munoz. Headed to the 6th Northwest Region Championship game. 3-1 Oregon.
Munoz, ice in her veins, pressure on, but the backwards K steps up big.
Matt Schick, Alex Powers here in the studio. Reagan Bills unstoppable so far for Pennsylvania.
Well, Reagan Bills has thrown all 18 innings of work for this Pennsylvania team. She's recorded 40 strikeouts.
And a no-hitter as well. They're taking on Delaware on ESPN2 in 5 minutes, guys.
I'd appreciate that update as we head to the top of the 6th here. Scoreless through the first 4. Each team scoring in the 5th. Oregon leads it by 2, so they know they're going to take at least a 2-run lead to the bottom of the 6th, but they have a chance to add on with top of their order coming up. 3 runs, 5 hits for Oregon, 1 run, 4 hits for Washington. Each side has committed 1 error.
And I kind of feel like the Washington error wasn't an error with Reese Caskey.
I agree.
I feel like they've done a really good job defensively. We saw a ton of balls that were hit to shortstop over the last couple days that were hits.
JJ's fly to left and grounded to short. Hits one on a soft line to third, and right there is Daphne Carlson. 1 pitch, 1 out from Cameron Brown.
I think the quicker the inning that you're able to have, if you're Washington, the better. Trying to continue to keep the momentum of last inning, getting runners on base. You had the tying run at second base, second and third.
Presley Welty grounded out in the first inning, walked in the 4th. Big Dwayne Johnson, the Rock fan. Chop to the right side this time. And the flip comes from the second baseman. That's Reese Caskey, who's moved from short to second after the pitching change. And 2 quick outs. Looking ahead to the Washington bottom of the 6th. Again, they're going to trail it by at least 2. They have a 12-player batting order. Number 12 in the order will lead off Bailey, then back to the top. And if you think just because Mila Bailey is batting in the 12 spot and doubt her offensive skills, she is 4 for 6 in the regional.
Yeah, it is intentional with her down there. Really turns the lineup over. That's really what you want from kind of the last hitter in the lineup. Someone that's kind of that triple threat, has that speed, has a little bit of pop, but more importantly is able to turn it back over to the top and get on base for him.
Reese Headley chopper towards the hole, and Tanya Miller now playing short. Gave it a good effort trying to backhand on the run. Even if she comes up with that, really isn't going to have a play on Headley. So infield hit with 2 outs. That's going to bring up the cleanup hitter for Oregon, Camila Mendoza, who has the big hit in this game, and it really changed things. It was scoreless going into the top of the 5th last inning, when she led off with a triple over the head of the left fielder Bailey.
Yeah, that definitely changed kind of the tone of the game when she got that hit. It was an absolute taser to left field over Mila Bailey's head right to the warning track. She almost hit it too hard to being inside the Parker.
Swing and a miss at the off-speed pitch, and it's 0-2. Cameron Brown came in relief last inning, got the final out. She's got the first 2 in this inning. Headley 2-out hit, and now Mendoza with an 0-2 count. All down low. The last time a team from Oregon made it to the Little League Softball World Series, not all that long ago, 2 years ago, 2023, Bend North Little League out of Bend, Oregon. Last Washington team 3 years ago, Issaquah, made in 2022. Towards short, backhand knocked down. Miller picks it up. Thought about that throw to first and then held on to it, and just for a moment out of the corner of her eye was seeing if the lead runner Headley might have taken too wide a turn at second, but she had not. That is a base hit for Mendoza, her second hit of the game.
And she kind of goes to Anya Miller's glove side, just not able to glove that up cleanly. I like the fake to look to go 2. A little bit more action here for Oregon on the base pass.
Illinois, who's the third base coach, a quick word with Reese Levy. And hits that through the right side. Hits sharply. Headley around third. Throw comes in. Love to the plate. Safe. Reese Levy The first 2 times up, hit the ball to the left side, takes that one the other way, and drives in her 3rd run of the Northwest Regional and makes it a 3-run lead again.
Well, and her dad actually handed her a new bat, too. She only gets to bring this out on special occasions. Right through the 3-4 hole. McKenna Love gets a throw to home, but just not in time. Close, but just not able to get her. Another run up for Oregon, which seems key going into the bottom half of the 6th.
Now 3 consecutive 2-out hits here for Oregon in the top of the 6th inning to add on. Esa Munoz has singled both times up today. Knocked in the game's first run. And has been stellar in the circle for Oregon. Munoz does have an inside the park home run in this regional. Belts one to right center field. Around 3rd, Mendoza's headed for the plate. Throw up the line a bit. Another run scores. Now the trailing runner Munoz, Jasleen Munoz down to second base. And Oregon feeling real good now on the top of the 6th. They're up 5-1.
Well, and have a day. Jasleen Munoz, 3 for 3. This is a deja vu of her last at bat in the pitch location. Goes with a pitch. Really good hitting.
Four consecutive 2-out hits for Oregon. 9 hits in the game, 7 just in the last inning plus. Trying to pick off Levy. When you look at the bracket, when you lead into this for these softball regionals, Little League softball regionals, you see that it's a modified double elimination. The word modified is in there because if you're the unbeaten team in the final, it just takes 1 loss to knock you out, and that's what Washington is facing right here. Strike call in the inside corner.
When you think about a day like yesterday, too, that Washington got off, but you had Oregon here playing against Idaho and getting some good momentum behind them, right? Like, there's something about being able to play every day. Everyone loves the break, don't get me wrong, but...
Hot shot to 3rd. Throw has to go across the diamond, made by Carlson to retire the side, but a 2-out rally for Oregon. They tack on 2 more. Last chance for Washington. Oregon 3 outs away from Greenville. You're watching Little League Softball Regionals, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Well, Houghton Stadium in San Bernardino, this Northwest Region Championship game. Final 3 outs for Washington here. There is more softball ahead from here in San Bernardino. It's the West Region Championship. Arizona and Southern California at 8:45 Eastern, 5:45 out here on the West Coast. Well, a number of stories in this game for Oregon, but none bigger than Jasleen Munoz in the circle for what she has done there and what she has done with the bat, going 3 for 3 today.
Yeah, she's a stud. She really has. She stepped up on both sides of the ball. She's been pitching and has been absolutely lights out. The good velocity, the confidence, the swagger she carries. And then to be able to help yourself out offensively, that's kind of one of the best parts about being a hitting pitcher. Don't always feel just all the pressure that you put on yourself when you don't get to step in the batter's box. She can help the cause.
Laid down. That's a fair ball. And a base hit for Mila Bailey. So leadoff batter is on. Let's check in with the studio with Matt Schick.
Yeah, Mark, want to let you know that we've already got some action on the base pass between Pennsylvania and Delaware. That's in the top of the first Mid-Atlantic Region Championship. It's over on ESPN2. When we're done in San Bernardino, we'll bring it over here. Mark?
You got it, Matt. Appreciate that update. Send you to Bristol here shortly. The top of the order up now for Washington, but they're down 4 here, down to their final 3 outs. And Anya Miller, 1 for 2, a wave and a miss.
Well, that was a heck of an at-bat by Mila Bailey, especially seeing that third base, Camila Mendoza, was way in. She pulled it down the first baseline. Solid leadoff.
Munoz gets ahead, a ball and 2 strikes. Miller hanging tough. Stays 2-2.
Thank you very much.
This game was scoreless through 4. Full count. Washington needing base runners.
And if I'm Munoz, I'm going right back underneath the hands. She does not. This is big. If you're Washington, this has to fire you up. Chunk of the order that you want up right now. Mila Bailey with that base hit bunt to passing the bat to Anya Miller, who gets the walk.
It's going to bring the manager, John Levy, out for Oregon.
Hey, we've been here, right? 5-1. These runs don't matter. This challenger, hey, you're hitting that inside corner really well, okay? Top of the lineup, okay? You got this. Hey, I believe, don't overpitch, okay? Take a breath. Let's go right after, okay? We're going to jam them up. Hey, left side, let's get you out at 3, okay? Hey, here's what we need. We need outs. We just need outs. 3 outs, okay? That's it. Let's get 3 outs, okay? Here we go. Let's go.
And you heard the manager for Oregon, John Levy, mention what you had just mentioned, that Munoz is pitching well to the inside corner, and he reminded her of that.
Well, she is, and also don't overpitch. Sometimes when you try to overpitch, you kind of pitch out of your spin, and then you're all over the place, and you're not as efficient. And that's what you saw with Anya Miller. But he's not wrong. Like, those runs on base don't matter. Like, as a hitter, or excuse me, as a pitcher, you just need to go attack and get outs.
Driven to left field, coming in, and now back, and it's over the head of Ramirez. Around third, Bailey coming home. She'll score, and Washington not going to go away here in the bottom of the 6th. It's a 5-2 game, and the tying run's going to come to the plate for Washington with nobody out. Ramirez aggressively charged in, and then the retreat was not in time to get back. Back up the middle, base hit. Around third, headed home. Miller scores. And look out, Washington, suddenly it's a 5-3 game, and the tying runs are on base with nobody out.
Well, and Daphne Carlson is one of those hitters that does not tend to go hitless in a game. She was hitless her last 2 at-bats. Steps up big, just a bullet right back up the middle.
Well, obviously, the 2 runs scored by Oregon in the top of the inning looking even bigger now. And a pitching change made here by Oregon. Maurice Headley is going to be the new pitcher for Oregon. So Washington has chased Munoz. We'll be right back. Hey, don't forget, more softball. Little League softball later tonight here. San Bernardino, 8:45 Eastern, 5:45 on here on the West Coast. Arizona, Southern California. for the West Region Championship. We have yet to decide the Northwest Region Championship. Reese Headley moves from short into the circle. Lily Delgado, the cleanup hitter, leading off for Washington.
Definitely a pressure moment here, Mark, for Reese Headley to come into this type of a game with action on the base pass. And on the flip side, if I'm Washington, I'm patient because I know based on those last 2 pitches, she feels that pressure. So I'm not going to swing at a pitch that's out of the zone. I'm going to force her to throw a strike before I swing, unless it's right there.
And it's 3 balls, no strikes. The inning began with Oregon up 5-1, needing 3 outs to win it. But Bailey's bunt base hit has got the offense rolling here for Mill Creek Little League.
And I was taken all day. Delgado has some pop. The outfielders are back.
And Headley gets back in the count from 3-0 to 3-2. Belted to right. That's down. Going to the wall. Here come the tying runs. The winning run, Delgado, will be stopped at third base. The throw comes home. It's 5-5.
What an at-bat by Lily Delgado, Mark, honestly. She works it, 3-2, gets a pitch she can crush. She goes down and gets it, splits the gap right by Zimmerman. She stops at 3. The last thing you want to do is be out at home, especially with no outs. That winning run, Mark, is at third base.
With
talk about
still
a moment.
Nobody out.
I know.
The first 5 have reached when it looked like Washington may be dead in the water here, just down to their last 3 outs. Hadn't done much offensively. But really, the Bailey bunt hit to start this thing. Don't overlook that. I mean, that was lit the fuse.
And we went to studio on that and didn't get a chance to really talk about how important that was in the moment for the 12 hitter to be able to step up, lead off bunt.
Gann with the winning run, the Northwest Region winning run to send them to the Little League Softball World Series just 60 feet away. Gann has grounded out twice to the right side today. Big rip at the high one. 0-2. Oregon just trying to get the first out and stay in the game. Delgado representing the winning run at third. Swing and a miss and a strikeout again. And Headley going right after her gets the strikeout for the first out here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
And what a bounce back by Reese Headley. Just straight cheddar on the outside part of the plate with a little bit of upspin.
Cameron Brown, who started at first, now the pitcher, waving a miss. High drama in San Bernardino. Washington has come racing back, trying to win it in regulation here. Oregon hoping at best to send it to extras. Laid down the bunt. Runner coming home. The tag. She's out. What a play. Headley with the winning run racing home. The pitcher scoops it up, dives to the line, and tags the oncoming Delgado for the second out. Wow. What a play to save the game for Oregon.
Oh my gosh, this is so money. So heads up. This kind of gives me the vibes of Odyssey Alexander in the Women's College World Series when she did that against Oklahoma State, and she laid out knowing the squeeze. If I go to throw it, she's going to be safe. I have to do it myself. She does. Heads up, softball IQ. So good.
Cameron Brown, the manager, paused for a moment, wanted some information.
It's the play of the day, Mark. So good.
It's play of the week. That's down the right field side. It's going to fade foul. So suddenly it's taken a completely different turn with Oregon now very much still alive here. The winning run was at third base with nobody out.
And Lily Delgado was going home because that was a squeeze. That was the call. She wasn't choosing to go home on her own. From the manager, Courtney Brown, it was a squeeze play. What an inning, though. This is just
incredible.
From the comeback to the defensive plays. This is to go to the World Series.
Yeah, oh, by the way, this is to go to the Softball World Series. Strike call. And low inside edge, and it's a full count. Slow roller to third. Gobbled up. It goes into first. The stretch. Out. We're going to extra innings. What a ride in the sixth. Washington ties it. Had the winning run at third. Nobody out. And Oregon gets out of it. We're playing more softball in San Bernardino. So we're headed to extra innings in the Northwest Region Championship game from San Bernardino, tied at 5 going into the seventh. In extra innings, offense begins with a runner at second base. As Oregon comes up in the top of the seventh inning, but a 4-run bottom of the sixth to tie it for Washington. And it all got started first with a Bailey bump, but then the drive over the head of the left fielder Ramirez. Now Washington wasn't done. They wound up, Daniel, having the potential winning run at third with nobody out.
And then the play by Headley on the squeeze play. Delgado's going home to make all of these money defensive plays when it matters. Literally Odyssey Alexander from the 2021 Women's College World Series right there. That's what it was. And you know the winner is advancing to the World Series. Gosh, what a game.
Penelope Gann moves into the circle for Mill Creek. Third pitcher of the game for Washington. A bunt, foul ball. That came up and got her well in the batter's box.
I like this call by the manager, Courtney Brown, to bring in Penelope Gann. Throws hard. Probably the hardest thrower on staff, primarily down. Cruises 55 to 58 miles an hour.
Runner heading for third, and no throw there.
Well, and it's a new catcher, too, behind the plate. Daphne Callison, who always catches for Penelope Gann. So that puts Lily Delgado back at third base. But now she has to be a rock behind the plate.
All inside. McKenna Zimmerman has popped to third and lined to third, 0 for 2. Ground ball towards third base. Picked up, throw to third, throw to first, late, throw home. Safe. Ball came out of the glove. There was hesitation there. Warner, the runner, hesitated, then sprinted for the plate, and the throw by Cam Brown back to home plate. They almost got her.
And this was close. I think the foot gets in there, but the ball gets by the catcher, Daphne Halson.
Oregon has taken the lead back at 6-5. Again, Washington will bat at the bottom of the inning and do the same. Start with a runner at second. Here's 1-0 pitch. Hooker bunts it foul. I think both teams just trying to catch their breath after that 6th inning. It was insane.
That was.
Strike pumped in by Gann. I think we're trying to catch our breath too.
Well, and it's emotional too, right? Like you're just on such a high if you're Washington, and then the highs pass back to Oregon with that play by Headley and getting back in, being a tie ball game, and they attack and score first here in extra innings with the runner put on second base. I mean, this is the type of game you want to be and play in to punch your ticket to go to the World Series. Like, these teams are fighting.
2-2 is upstairs, full count. Oregon 6 runs, 10 hits. Washington 5 runs, 8 hits. Big pitch coming here from Penelope Gann. It'll be a 3-2 to Rue Walker. And strike 3 call got her looking for the first out of the inning.
It's a really pretty pitch by Penelope Gann. Just painting corners. Look at the spot. Great pitch under pressure, 3-2, knowing the importance of not wanting to put that additional runner in scoring position at second base by giving up the free pass. She goes and attacks, 3-2.
Oh, 1 to Priscilla Munoz, who likes fellow catcher Reese Atwood of the champion Texas Longhorns. Up high, 2-0. I think everybody's nerves are about shot here. There's still really important softball to play here. Just the highs where Oregon was 3 outs away from winning. And then suddenly, with like a lightning bolt, Washington's tied it with the winning run at third and nobody out. Oregon survives that. And that free pass puts Munoz on.
But that play, though, like if you don't make that play and she tries to glove it to make the catch or throw toss to the catcher behind the plate, she's safe. The only out is if she lays out for her, and she does. Like, just the high softball IQ in that moment is so great.
Reagan Levy takes the ball. No, what Reese Headley did there, I mean, regardless of level of softball, whether you're talking Little League, college, pro, the situation it was done in, that's one of the top 5 softball plays I've ever seen in person.
Yeah, that's straight up Odyssey. 2021 Women's College World Series. One of the most electric plays that took the world by storm when she did that. And that's exactly what that play did.
Go at them. These girls can't miss. Trust your defense right now. Defense, we have to keep everything in front, okay? We got to keep everything in front, okay? Pump them. Come on, go at them. Come on, come on. Hey, let's go. We got to get out of here. What? We can't. We don't want it. No, we don't. We have one. We have one. Okay? That's why I need you pumping, okay? Hey, 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 hey.
Creek, come on. Play creek ball. 1, 2, 3, creek. Let's go.
Gosh, just so good in this moment. As she tries to barehand it to toss, she's safe. But the awareness in the moment is just so big league. I love it so much, I can't stop talking about it.
Taking all the way, a 2-0 strike. Reagan Levy at the plate. He got the top of the order coming up after this for Oregon. Now it's 2-2. Strike 3 on the inside corner. Yang gets her second strikeout of the inning. Both outs recorded in that fashion.
And a good bounce back, too, after manager Courtney Brown comes out, talks, tells her to just pump strikes, and that's exactly what she does. I love the response. And on the flip side, if you're Oregon, you know the importance.
Rolled out to short. Anya Miller throws to first in time. Washington allows one, that being the runner who started the inning at second base. And Washington will do the same with a runner at second when we come back. Washington will come to bat here in extra innings in the bottom of the 7th. The winner heads to the Little League Softball World Series, and the play that kept Oregon's chances alive came in the bottom of the 6th inning. Tie game, runner at third, nobody out. And this play was incredible.
The squeeze, too, to be able to get that down, but more importantly, the awareness in the moment for Headley to be able to lay it all out on the line. Let's go.
Kasky will start at second base. And Yu will be the hitter for Washington. 1 to tie, 2 to win. Headley, after the heroics of keeping them in the game last inning, right back at work. Yu base hit last time up. That was in the 5th inning. To the backstop. Kasky goes to third. Just like that, Washington's got the tying run there with nobody out. Back it out of play. Two pitch from Reese Headley. Strikeout for the first out of the inning. And this is the Northwest Region Championship winner to the Little League Softball World Series. A little bit later, we have the West Region Championship game here between Arizona and Southern California.
On a different type of pressure right now behind the plate for Priscilla Munoz, just to be an absolute backstop.
Maybe Banks fouls it away, a ball and a strike. Banks towards short, and that's going to tie the game. Kasky comes home. It's 6-6. Base hit for Phoebe Banks.
And you got to remember, too, the left side of the infield is pulled in because they're trying to potentially get that throw at home. So Jazz Munoz is pulled in at short. So this kind of eats her up a little bit and has a little extra giddy up hitting the front of the plate. Would have been a really good play, but I do think the way that the ball angled, she was going to score no matter what. But hats off to Phoebe Banks in the moment to be able to put the ball in play and put pressure on the defense.
Bouncer to second. Flip out there. They get the lead runner, Banks. Well teed to Jasleen Munoz. Love at first, 2 outs. Caitlin Stedich, who has walked and struck out, a hitter for Washington. Runner takes off, throw down to second. The tag is late. Love gets her first stolen base of this Northwest Regional.
Comes at a clutch time because you know that she is now in scoring position. If something gets past the infield, a lot of speed, good two-way player. Also plays soccer, so McKenna Love, a lot of speed. And now it puts Washington in a position. If Caitlin Stedich is able to get a base hit, you know they're sending her. That is the run that takes them to the World Series at second base.
A 1-1 pitch. Another foul out of play to the right. Six game in extra innings. Bottom of the 7th in the Northwest Regional Championship. Good pitch from Headley, and Stedich just kind of dropped the head and got a little piece of it to stay alive.
Well, and that's a good attack by Stedich because that's the pitch that she had the backwards K on her last at bat, right? So it's like being aware of where you're going to get pitched to, how you handled your last at bat. You don't want to take anything for chance.
Ball gets just far enough away.
60 feet.
Love is at third. As you said, Daniel, 60 feet away. The winning run. 2-2 count with 2 outs.
Ooh, Mark.
Drama, more drama. Can you stand it?
But this is the feel of a game that you feel like it should be like trying to fight to get to the World Series, right? Like both, it just goes to show how evenly matched these teams both are offensively, on defense, in the circle. I mean, you can't beat this game.
Down and in, full count. This game was scoreless through 4 innings. Since then, though, the bats have been alive. Huge 3-2 pitch coming. Another foul. Oregon has never trailed in the game. They were up 3-1, 5-1. It was tied at 5. They scored a run in the top of the 7th. Tied again.
And what a good at-bat here by Caitlin Stedich. 9 pitches. Ninth pitch of the at-bat coming. You know she's hacking.
Foul tip. Throw to first. That's a strikeout that's completed. It was a swing and a miss and a throw. Now, Washington is trying to say that was a foul tip. And that was my initial impression. If it's a foul tip and it hits the dirt, it's a dead ball.
No challenges.
But no challenges. Well, they do get 1 in extra innings. So we're going to go to the 8th inning. No, that's a strikeout. We're going to the 8th. 5 tickets punched so far on the U.S. side. North Carolina, Florida, Connecticut, Oklahoma, Indiana. Little League World Series. Softball World Series begins on August 3rd. Both of these teams here in this Northwest Region Championship, Oregon and Washington, were on the cusp of punching their ticket. But this game still to be decided. We're in our second extra inning into the 8th, tied at 6. Oregon starts with the runner at second, and now that runner will be at third. And that's J.J. Ramirez.
You got to keep that in front if you're Daphne Carlson. Now you eliminate the bunt.
Rusty Welty jumps back for 2 balls, no strikes now. Shot foul.
Good piece.
It has been a roller coaster of emotions the last few innings here in San Bernardino. Well, it began. Third pitcher of the game for Washington. Behind in the count, 3 balls and a strike. Welty has grounded out twice and walked. Six runs, 10 hits for Oregon. 6 runs, 9 hits for Washington. Each side has committed an error. Each side is biting their fingernails. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4 gets away, and that's going to bring in the runner from third. Ramirez scores. And now headed for second to throw down there. Safe. Now we'll see. Washington's going to use a challenge. Oh, they do get 1 in extra innings. And here comes Courtney Brown.
This gets kind of by Carlson. It's that changeup she's throwing at a 3-2 count, and then the awareness to be able to go to second base on this. I definitely thought, I mean, this was close at 2, Mark.
The call on the field is safe. It has been challenged by Washington.
I think she's safe. I think her foot, it looks like her foot touches the base.
So call on the field is safe. Is there indisputable evidence to overturn this?
I don't think there is.
The tag was kind of below her left knee. The right foot of Welty was the foot that initially touched the base. But obviously a challenge for Courtney Brown, the manager of Washington, that you have to roll the dice on this here and see if you can get the call changed.
And I think this is the shot right here. Does she? Oh, gosh. I don't know. I don't know if there's enough to overturn it.
I mean, we slowed that down, and it looked like the right foot got to the base just as the tag came on the knee. So this is so close. If the call were out and Oregon challenged it, I don't think you could overturn that. Yeah, I haven't seen anything indisputable because I can't tell if she was out or safe yet. You know, and like I said, if you called her out, I don't think you could overturn it to safe, or the other way, safe to out is what Washington's trying to get accomplished here. But it's a huge call. It's either going to be bases empty, 1 out, 7-6 game. Still a 7-6 game with a runner at second, nobody out if the call is upheld. And they're going to call her out. Wow. So the challenge for Washington works out well for Mill Creek Little League.
Maybe right that smidge of the knee just before, maybe.
The pitch is a strike to Reese Headley. So the call overturned.
I feel like I'm always wrong in those, even in the college game.
I didn't see anything indisputable to overturn the call. Bouncy ball at the middle, and there's a base hit. And how huge is that call right now? A base hit for Headley, her 3rd of the game.
Yeah, Headley has been a stud in this game, as well as Munoz. Both have hit really well and pitched well. I love that these players in this moment stepping up big.
Chopper over the head of the third baseman. Delgado into left field. 3rd straight hit for Camila Mendoza. It was her triple leading off the 5th in a scoreless game that really has triggered all of a sudden all this offense the last 4 innings. And that overturned call at second base looks even bigger. Reese Levy is up for Oregon. 1st and 2nd, 1 out. Strike 1. Tell you what, it's the emotions for the players, the coaches, their fans that are here.
The analyst. I'm feeling it too. Don't leave me out.
Yeah, well, anybody watching, you know, whether they got a dog in the fight or not, it's like, wow. Where is this going to end?
And well, and you know too, it just is. It means so much to them getting to go to the World Series.
Fly ball left field. Bailey right there makes the catch. And there's the 2nd out of the inning.
Three for 3 day.
Yep, that brings up Jessie Munoz, who was the starting pitcher in this game. So when she went back to the circle to start the bottom of the 6th, they're 3 defensive outs away. She's 3 for 3 with the bat. They're up 5-1.
And I'm aware of pitches that she's hit, and she's hit away. She hits low and away well. I want to own the inner half because I know she's towing the line. She's on top of the dish. So to me, that means she wants something away. So I want to exploit the in. I don't want to go into her power zone right now. I want to try to force her to jam herself up to the left side and go step on third base.
That almost happened right there. Looking ahead to the Washington bottom half of the 8th. The last batter in the 12-player order, then back to the top. And the line score tells it all.
You got to be so smart here if you're Penelope Gann, especially with this count and this hitter.
Fly ball to left. Bailey back. It's over her head. Rolling to the fence. 1 run in. Here comes the 2nd run, Mendoza. And Oregon the lead to 3. Fourth hit of the game for Jasleen Munoz.
Oh, that one's just right down the heart of the plate. He's able to turn on that pitch. I thought for a second maybe Mila Bailey was going to be able to get to it, but straight up ice in her veins all day.
Four-hit game for Jasleen Munoz.
And Penelope had shook on the pitch prior to that she threw to Munoz, so not entirely sure what the pitch was, whether it was supposed to be on the inner half. She did shake to go to something else.
Warner scored a couple of times, pops one up out in the shallow center field. Sewell with the catch to retire the side. But Munoz, Jasleen Munoz, 2-run double, the big hit in the inning. Now Washington needs 3 to tie, 4 to win. But Washington faced a similar situation just a few innings ago. They came up in the bottom of the 6th, down to their last 3 outs, needed 4 to tie, 5 to win. They got 4. Now they come up in the 8th, bottom half, down 3, needing 3 to tie, 4 to win. And that gap is 3 because of this hit by Jasleen.
Yeah, I mean, it's just fitting for her. What a day and a performance. She started in the circle and was so great. 4 for 4. A ton of RBIs. I mean, I feel like Little League softball and moments like that's where stars are made, and you really see how much she wants it today.
Mila Bailey leading off. Stedich at second, now at third. And that's exactly how the top of this inning began on the first pitch. A wild pitch advancing that runner all the way to third.
And I like the pitching change here. You've seen both teams have to go to 3 different pitchers, trying to change up the timing.
That's a swing and a miss, and she's going to reach base and a run score. So a strikeout, but they can't complete the strikeout. And Bailey's on. So that works out as well as it could for Washington.
Oh, you can just see the emotion in their eyes. It makes me almost get teary-eyed.
And now the top of the order is up for Washington. And here comes the Oregon manager, John Levy. Wants to talk to the plate umpire. He's taking his catcher, Priscilla Munoz, into the dugout.
I wonder if she's grabbing maybe a quick drink of water.
Definitely heat here, no question about that. They're going to change catchers.
Going with JJ Ramirez.
JJ, we've been in left field. Will take over behind the plate. And that ball gets by. So Bailey's down to second base. Down low from Reese Levy. Headley's gone into center. Welker's move over to left field offensively for Oregon. The catcher, J.J. Ramirez. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Miller 1 for 2, single, walk, run scored. And off the outside corner, 3-2.
I see you working behind there, J.J. These last, like, 3 innings just feel like such high leverage innings. Like, just everything has just felt so pressure filled for these athletes in the best way.
Ball 4 outside. So the potential tying runs are on base for Washington. Potential winning run coming to the plate with nobody out for Washington.
Well, and it's kind of like a deja vu situation of when Washington was able to put up those runs with Mila Bailey.
Slow tap out in front of the plate. Ramirez, late throw. It hit the umpire. Throw will not come home. A run scores. The tying run's now at third. For the moment, I thought they caught a break with the ball hitting the umpire to keep it on the infield. But a run still scored.
You're seeing another swinging bunt again. But yes, this saved the game right here, Mark. With this being able to hit the blue. We have the winning run at second base here for Washington and none outs. And to me, one of the most experienced hitters in the lineup.
Wave and a miss by Carlson. Washington 4 of 15 with runners in scoring position in the game. With 6 RBIs.
Good spot.
On the outside corner. Big rip and a miss. Has to throw to first for the strikeout. Runner coming home. Safe. Ball gets away. Game's tied. And with 1 out, the potential winning run's going to be at third base.
Washington will just... They do not give up. Like when Oregon strikes, you're seeing Washington counter back right away and throw a punch. And this is what's hard, right? When you have the kind of those situations as a catcher, you want to throw it because you need the out, but also Anya Miller and the experience at third, you know she's going to go. And now we got a tie ball game yet again.
1 out, winning run at third for Washington. Winner heads to the Little League Softball World Series. We're tied at 9 in the 8th. Into center, base hit. Here comes the winning run, Sewell. And Washington wins a classic in San Bernardino in 8 innings, 10-9. And Mill Creek Little League is headed to the Little League Softball World Series. Lily Delgado, game-winning hit to center field.
Unbelievable. What a game, Mark. This is really just the feeling of what it's like to hit the walk-off, too, to get your team to the World Series as a group for the first time.
And Lily Delgado was the base runner tagged out trying to score the winning run on a squeeze play earlier. At the end of the game, and what would have been the end of the game in the 6th. Wow. No way to describe this finish, Danielle. Incredible game. And Mill Creek, Washington is the latest U.S. team to punch their ticket to the Little League Softball World Series with a 10-9 win in 8 innings in a game that was scoreless through the first 4 innings.
Wow. I just feel fortunate to be able to be on this call. This was such a good game. Maybe one of the best that we've seen in a really long time.
Good to send you to Bristol, Mid-Atlantic Region Championship, Delaware and Pennsylvania. Eric Freed, Michelle Smith. That's quite a game we just had here at San Bernardino. More to come with the West Region a little later. For Danielle Laurie, I'm Mark Neely. Thanks for sharing this ball with us. Let's send you to Bristol, and so long for now from San Bern.